Yeah. Yeah, you're live. I've got you there. I'm actually going to announce in CTM General real quick. I don't know if you're alive, but you are live. Oh no. Yeah, I know the feeling. Nope. What happened to Dtheorem? Oh, there we go. Yeah, I was gonna say something happened there. It's all good. Oh, I gotta go back in and re-interact. because it didn't do what I told it to do. Way to go, computer. Okay, so it's 7 o'clock. Let me know when you guys are ready to finish warm-ups. We're under CTM rules, so lower seed gets to pick first. That would be Pumpy Heart. And Pumpy's going to be ready on 15. Yeah, 15 and 18 are the choices. Dtheorem's ready. Pumpy's ready. Go on the countdown in chat, not with my voice. Pumpy's hydration should be finished about now. And we'll count it down from 3. In 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Alright. Players are off. Little 15 action. So, yeah, Kibby. Yeah, since I found out that it was real, you know, I wasn't going to get dinged on anything, I figured TEC was the best way to go. I mean, it's a good soundtrack, so why not? Alright, both players have a burn. Dtheorem's going to slam home the first Tetris. Pumpy's going to burn into a Tetris right afterwards, so early days, 15 games. So yes, I do have Arbaro against Vandweller after this one. It will either be immediately afterwards or at 0130 UTC. Alright, Dtheorem has to block off the well. He'll be out of it in a couple of good pieces. Yep, there's the piece. Pumpy, in the meantime, has been shifting a center well around. Looks like he's going to get himself back down to the bottom here, so Dtheorem has pulled out an early lead with the dig on Pumpy's side. You know, ahead by a good 40,000 points. There we go. Pumpy's getting things straightened out. Dtheorem's going to slam home another Tetris to go to 80,000 points. Pumpy's currently at 30,000. Okay. Another Tetris for Dtheorem goes to 100,000. Pumpy at 33.6. Is Tetris ready after this good old-fashioned S to the right? Dtheorem got some nice pace going on right now at 139,000 at 35 lines. Pumpy is behind by, you know, a good almost a level at this point, but is also down by 100,000 in real time. So this is a significant lead for Dtheorem, especially after that last Tetris. Yeah, now 10 lines back, but 100,000 back. And Pumpy blocks off the well right before the long bar. As usual, when you want a long bar, just block your well. That's usually how it works. Alright, another Tetris for Dtheorem to go to 177. Pumpy, holding at 57,000, is just shy of 10 lines behind. Gonna burn a double right there to go to 38 lines. Has the right well open. Getting nasty Z-burst right there. Gonna have to take some set up for some burns right here. Gets the right well open in time for a long bar. Actually slams home a Tetris to get to 44 lines at 80,000. Dtheorem is at 55 lines at 219,000. So just based on the based on how everybody qualified, this is going about how you would expect it. Nobody's angry, though. Nobody's real. There was a little bit of a dig at the start for Pumpy, but he managed to get himself out of it pretty nicely. It was a well-crafted dig. Dtheorem's gonna have to take a couple of burns here. Gets the right piece to get everything set up. Now it was a quadruple wide well. Gets the long bar to slam it home for 261,000 at 68 lines. Pumpy's at 58 lines. Now working left well. Gets the long bar to go left well. Got that dirty left well Tetris to go to 126 at 62. And with that burn, Pumpy is ready again. Dtheorem is not in a scoring position right now, so Pumpy might be able to regain just a little bit of pace against him right here. Dtheorem is getting good pieces to work his way out of it, but now has the well on the right, fills in the dependency on the left, readjusts back to create a dependency that he can work with, and promptly has to create a hole about halfway up the board. So that still gives, with the split triple, still gives Pumpy a little bit of a regain in pace, but he's still behind in score. So Pumpy Tetris ready. Dtheorem's about to get himself down to the basement here. We'll see when he goes. He might go. Yeah, he's gonna go center well. How much are you betting, Aki? Ooh, Pumpy's... Yeah, Pumpy's going to get that back down a little bit, but it's going to take some time before he can get down there. That's not much of a bet, Aki. Betting your reputation? Oh, come on. Alright, and Pumpy's going to top out at 170 at 79 lines, so Dtheorem, you're good. I mean, Aki, you are the Grandmaster asshole. But good game. 1-0. What an assholes indeed. Alright, Dtheorem's calling 18. There are no vetoes in this one, unlike in CTL. So we'll count it down from 3. In 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Oh wow, both players get the same exact pieces right off the bat. We're not playing same piece sets here, obviously, but I don't see that very often. A nice little Z-flip from Pumpy there to get started. Dtheorem is going to have to get some burning right off the bat. He's a minimum... that T-nails it. Dtheorem's burned out and is Tetris ready. Pumpy managed to get the first Tetris of the game right away. He has a burn. Oh no, he didn't. He has a burn 5. I saw the lines and got ahead of myself. Alright. Dtheorem not Tetris ready. Now Tetris ready. Waiting on... Well, now has a long bar dependency over there. Gonna cap it off. Get the Tetris burned down. Or just run row 2. Whatever he really wants to do. I mean, he's shown enough DAS that he can kind of pull stuff off here. Both players at 52, 440, and both at 16 lines. Not anymore, but right now, Pumpy actually has a little bit of a pace lead. Pumpy throws the long bar over to row 2, over to column 2. Could have used it as an Aki bar to get himself Tetris ready earlier, but it didn't matter because it was going to be a while before the next long bar. Alright. Dtheorem has a hole in row 5, column 3. Yes, the Aki bar is an important tool. It actually is an important tool, because... There we go, Dtheorem's going to grab another Tetris. For the players, Aki's in chat calling Alu Akibar. Alright. Pumpy looking for the right piece to get Tetris ready. Gets it, and gets another Tetris to take the lead at 36 lines at 127, while Dtheorem's at 95,000 at 40. So, this is a true lead for Pumpy right now. And Pumpy has a significantly better board at this point. Dtheorem is trying to work his way down to knock out that center, those 2 on the center well, but pieces haven't been agreeing, and he's had to spire above the well, the opening in the well. Well, I'm saying that Pumpy's board gets a little bit out of control. Manageable, but not great. Okay, burning it down from the roof. Looks like Dtheorem's just going to go dirty off of column 2 right there. Yep. Taking advantage of the commentator to, try to regain some pace here. Alright, with this long bar, Dtheorem is going to get to the bottom right here. It looks like he's going to run center well. He's now Tetris ready on the center well, but it will have problems after this Tetris if he doesn't have to block everything off. Pumpy is clear. Both players at 57, roughly 57 to 60 lines. Pumpy, well, now it's 61 at Pumpy at 190k, Dtheorem at 154k. Alright, Dtheorem, it looks like he's going to burn a little bit longer, or he might build... Oh. That J upside down, I'm not exactly sure what happened there on Dtheorem's side. Pumpy has to get a couple of burns. Now it's 67 lines, building up 4 Tetrises. Dtheorem, yeah, he's going to start burning off of the roof a little bit here to try to get to all those gaps in columns, or rows 1, 2, and 3. Couldn't make a decision right there. Clearly upset with that place piecement. Yeah, Pumpy's actually got a good game going here. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry, Aki. He'll throw for you later. Pumpy not getting some good pieces right now. Lots of Z's and S's. Looking for... There's a long bar to get things... Gonna take the triple to work down a little bit. Opt to burn it down. Playing safe. Scores right now. Dtheorem at 171 at 87-ish lines. Pumpy Hard at 233 at 86 lines. So Pumpy is starting to flip him around a little bit. Probably commentator cursed him slightly on that one. Dtheorem's board is... He's got some gaps. Let's call it that. It's like he's working his way out of these gaps, but he's gone. There we go. Dirty Tetris on column 2. Working his way down. Couldn't get that J over. So more. At least gets that tuck right there. Pumpy is burning down as well right now. Going to be operating, 6 or 7 up for a little while here. Meanwhile, Dtheorem is getting burns, but keeps having to place weight on that hole right on column 5. There we go. Pumpy's dig still going, so these scores are pretty much going to hold unless one of them tops out. Alright. Just a heads up, both players now are roughly 20 lines from transition, so the higher speeds are going to kick in 15 to 20 lines, depending on where that player is at. Scores right now, 255, 740 for Pumpy, now 278, 540 for Pumpy, at 219, 663 for Dtheorem. Dtheorem's right side is extremely high right now. Pumpy's building pretty standard at this point. Not quite touchable. Wow, lots of long bars in that sequence right there. And Pumpy's board just spooled on my side. Just got a little nasty. Still going, but we've dropped a slideshow. I will give a refresh if it happens again. Alright. Pumpy... 8 lines. Gonna get into 19... Dtheorem's into 19. Pumpy is now 6 lines from 19. Up a little bit high. Dtheorem's board isn't all that good. Pumpy's board is starting to fall apart right here. So Pumpy is going to top out at 124 lines, 287,000. Yeah, 287, 280 is the score, so 286 is what you're looking for, Dtheorem. Looks like Dtheorem's dash control is pretty good, but his left side might be inaccessible right now. Yeah, his left side is inaccessible, and Dtheorem's going to let it go on level 20 at 243,938. Good game, guys. Good game. Actually, really good game from Pumpy there. Ready 18. Teach me how to play this game. Yeah, Pumpy did not fail you, Aki. It's always good. Who else we got in the chat right now? Kibby's here, Moo's here. I don't know who Shanula is, but there are. Okay, so game 3. We'll get it started in 3, 2, 1. Barrett. Come here. Hi, buddy. Alright, both players off. Pumpy starting with 2 O's. Dtheorem gets squiggly boys. Much like this squiggly boy right here. Either player quite Tetris ready right now. Dtheorem's very close. Pumpy is just going to take the triple because why the hell not? 18 is not exactly Pumpy's forte. It's not my forte either. I gotta let this guy down. He needs to go to the bathroom. Here you go. Alright. Both players Tetris ready and waiting for the long bars. Pumpy's going to take a quick delayed burn. Dtheorem gets his Tetris and now has 2 holes in columns 4 and 5. Gonna need to work down from right there. Yeah, gonna be able to plug that down. Now the holes are on row 1. Pumpy's board is looking a little 18-2 right now. This will help slightly. Okay. Now Pumpy's down to 18-1 range. Dtheorem is kind of in a 18-1 build-up. Working his way down. Alright, Pumpy unfortunately had to put weight on that hole. That's one of the 2 holes, but that's kind of what happens. There we go. Now it's open. Looking for a T or an S. Gets the S. There's another S. Now just has that one opening over there. Dtheorem is clear, building up for Tetrises. Looks like Pumpy, yeah. Pumpy's just gonna roof burn this for a little bit. Now Tetris ready, dirty Tetris ready. Dtheorem's board is spiraled out of control slightly. Let's see if he can get that back into position. Alright, Pumpy is being longbar droughted very harshly here. There's a longbar down the left. Longbar flat to burn. Now reopen for the dirty Tetris on the right. Dtheorem grabs a double, and Pumpy is down to the bottom, free. Gonna take that quick skim just to get to natural right well Tetris readiness. There we go. Waiting to see when he's gonna pull off that. Gonna have to take the safety. An earlier, okay, there we go. Now Pumpy is Tetris ready just in time for the Tetris. Been paying attention to Pumpy's side. Dtheorem is at 51 lines at 104,000 points. Pumpy's at 54 lines at 91,000 points. So Dtheorem did get some scoring in earlier, but Pumpy's dig was significantly more interesting. Not sure about that T placement over to the right on Pumpy's side, but it's working out. Dtheorem is in a little bit of a mess right now, and his left side is blocked off. Pumpy took the lead in the meantime, so Pumpy gets game 3. Yeah, Dtheorem, it looked like Das eluded you a couple of times in that one. So Pumpy, you are good for game 3. You have the 2-1 lead. GG's, guys. GG's. Pumpy, are you rolling? Okay. I'm taking Veto 15 as ready, so we're going to count this one down from 4 after I do a quick check of something else. Neither Arbaro nor Van Dweller are up and ready yet. Yeah, you're going to... What is this stupid... No, it's a CTL thing. Pumpy and I play in the division where we can veto 18 if we're not feeling it, so we can effectively force 15 all the way. Okay, yeah, it's asshole Tetris. That works. All right, we're gonna count down from 4. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. All right. Got a double S on Dtheorem's side, TZ on Pumpy's side, and important to note for any lower level Tetris players, what Dtheorem did there was instead of putting the first S all the way to the left in 1, 2, 3, he put it into 3, 4, 5, and then just placed the second S on top of it instead of having to fight with the tuck. Just save the mental energy. Do that anytime you can in the future. All right, both players, Tetrises. Dtheorem has 2 now. Pumpy is ready for the second one. Just looking for that long bar. Dtheorem gets a couple of long bars in a row, but not even close to Tetris ready. Now Tetris ready. Pumpy, in the middle of waiting for the long bar, had to take a quick safety double with a square. Yeah. Alright, Dtheorem gonna slap that S into the right side, take the burns. Learn to live for another day. But putting the S like that is almost always better. I don't see a lot of newer players doing it. They get hard, either laser focused on not doing it or just don't know. So, no, for anybody watching, it's always a better plan not to create the tuck if you can avoid it. Just like it's always a better plan to not create a dependency if you can avoid it. And that's something Aki probably yells at people about. I do it a lot too. So, all right, scores. Check real quick. Pumpy Heart, not in the best board situation right now. At 20 lines is at 79,000. Dtheorem, also not in the best board situation. At 24 lines is at 98,000, now 99,000. Both players in a bit of a nasty dig right now. Pumpy has a couple of at least 2 dependencies going on right here. Oh no, Pumpy's not going to be able to get anything. Dtheorem's gonna be good at 101, but tops out at almost exactly the same time. There you go, Aki. We are hitting the decider. Let me update the score. And my stream just choked out very briefly. We probably had some drop frames right there. Don't freak out. Yeah, you barely won that one. Kibby Bite's body is ready for this. Alright, Pumpy's taking it back to 18. Everybody should do everything for Josh Tolis. Everybody should do everything for Josh. Hot mustard indeed. Count it down from 3. In 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And my internet is being goofy at me right now. OBS is screaming red at me occasionally here. So I don't know if everything's holding up nicely on your end. I am experiencing some weird internet on my side. Currently 46,000 for Dtheorem, 25,000 for Pumpy. There we go. Look, I'm like going from green to red. OBS is just screaming at me right now. Okay, seems to have cleared up slightly on my end. Nope, as soon as I say that, it wigs out again. Score update, 93,876 at 19 lines for Dtheorem, 72,200 at 17 lines for Pumpy. Slightly more efficient on Dtheorem side. Pumpy has to block off his right well. Gets it resolved. Looks tolerable, yeah. Am I still broadcasting decently? If you can hear me. I'm unsure if you can hear me. I've been stuck in red for a little while. Alright, Dtheorem 120,000, Pumpy at 120,000, but Dtheorem has it in 800. Okay, yeah, then OBS is just screaming at me. Yeah. Yeah, OBS has been screaming at me since the start of this game. Really quick, let me see if I can find that. Low latency toggle under advanced menu and settings. Current scores: Dtheorem 218, Pumpy 174. Both at right around 50 lines. Yes, I am chopping out pretty badly right now. Yeah, it's definitely something on my end. And Pumpy topped out at 207 while I was dealing with internet problems. So Dtheorem, you are good. You got the match. Good games. Yeah, apologies. I am actually probably going to have to kill the stream and tweak some settings. I will be back in 5 minutes with Vandy versus Arbaro. But good games, guys. Yeah, Dtheorem wins it. Disappointing Aki is always good.